For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes. Well, the Jets' first of 4 exhibition games is officially in the books. Saturday night, they defeated the Tennessee Titans by the highly entertaining score of 7-3. So, with this one officially over, here are your 3 stars from the Jets' technically first victory of the 2017 season. At star number 3, we're going to go with the Jets' pass rush. You know, there was a lot wrong with this team in 2016, but one of the big things was the fact that they just couldn't get after the quarterback. Well, that really wasn't the case here Saturday night. They had 8 total sacks. The first team was getting after it, with Leonard Williams having a big one. The reserves were getting after it. Jordan Jenkins got in there. Anthony Johnson had a sack. Really, it was just a meeting at the quarterback for the first, second, and third team defensive fronts, and that's a very good thing. You know, this is a Jets team now that is going to need to force some big plays on defense in order to motivate their offense and kind of keep this team in some games. So the fact that their pass rush has already gotten off to this fast start with 8 sacks, that's definitely a good thing. At star number 2, we're going to go with a guy that is now suddenly, as crazy as it may sound, the number 1 receiver on this Jets team, and that's Robby Anderson. He had a big first half for this team. 3 catches, 71 yards. The highlight, obviously, a long 53-yard catch down the right sideline on a long pass from Josh McCown, which was the big play in an 8-play, 78-yard touchdown drive for the Jets' only points of the night. Robby is a guy who obviously is needing to step up pretty big this year. He is now, as I said, this team's number 1 receiver, with Marshall, Decker, and Enunwa done for, or Marshall and Decker gone and Enunwa done for the year. And, you know, if this first game was any indication of how Robby's going to play on Sundays, it's a good sign for the Jets. And the number 1 star from today's game, we're going to go with the Jets medical staff. You know, the big thing that you always want from preseason contests is health, and the Jets are escaping this one without any major injuries. The only guy that got a little nicked up was safety Doug Middleton. I caught up with him in the locker room after the game, and he said that it's just a little injury to his shoulder. Doesn't believe he's going to even have to have an MRI. He'll probably sit out a couple days and then be back. So the Jets escaped preseason game number 1 without any major injuries, which is really the number 1 thing that every coach wants to accomplish here in the preseason. So your 3 stars from today's, or not from today's, but your 3 stars from preseason game number 1, we're going to go with the Jets defensive front thanks to those 8 sacks. Robby Anderson highlighted by that big 53-yard catch, and the Jets training staff because no major injuries. For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes.